Observe the moment the battle stops pretending it can be won.
It's all falling apart.
The line has broken, and now the humans call desperation evacuation.
Commander Cassius, can you really get us through?
How fragile. How useful. Connection initiated. Welcome, visitor.
Entry 254.18. Collapse and evacuation. The line finally buckled. Nomad heavy warforms breached the outer perimeter. Defense nodes shattered under sustained fire. The void lit with explosions, debris, and failing shields. What had held for 3 days in blood and fragments began, at last, to give way. Then Command's voice cut through the chaos, cold, steady, final.
All units, prepare for full evacuation. Form extraction corridor from Toledo to Sector F2. Omicron Mu jump hole is the primary escape route. Prioritize civilians and wounded.
Evacuation? They're abandoning Toledo!
It's all falling apart.
Focus. We move. Rowan said nothing for a moment. When he did speak, his voice was as crisp as ever.
Orders confirmed.
Command came through again, sharper now, the shape of the plan forming even as the line collapsed around us.
Thebes will lead the extraction corridor. All fighters cover her ascent. Keep her launch bays clear.
The route became clear at once. ISIS and the surviving defense wings would hold high orbit above Toledo, while extraction craft climbed from the surface under escort, forming a desperate corridor from the planet to Thebes at F2 and the Mu jump hole beyond. Row 1, Row 2, Row 3. You escort Thebes. Keep her alive. She is the spine of the corridor.
Commander, what about you?
I remain with ISIS. We anchor the ascent. I'll guide the surface extractions to orbit. Understood.
See you at F2, Commander.
Sine timore.
Don't worry, rookie. Fancy quotes mean he hasn't given up on us yet.
Sine timore.
Ugh, not you too, rookie.
By then, I had already turned toward ISIS, but I still heard him. For the first time in hours, I nearly smiled. Then the moment passed, and duty took it from me. ISIS held above Toledo's exosphere, scarred, battered, but unbroken. From her shadow, I dove planetward to guide the first extractions through the burning atmosphere and back up toward orbit.
Commander Interstellaris, take point. Break hostiles before they reach the evac shuttles.
Copy that, Captain.
As the first shuttles lifted from the battered surface, the civilian channel erupted into overlapping signals.
This is Shuttle Beta 1-2. We have wounded aboard. Surface Main control. Engine unstable. We are overloaded. We cannot clear atmosphere without escort.
Nomad contacts above us. They're already here.
2 Nomad fast movers dropped through the burning cloud layer, their pale hulls cutting through the smoke like knives.
Beta 1-2, hold your ascent vector. Do not break left.
I pushed the white jackal between the shuttles and the incoming warforms. The first Nomad opened fire too early.
They're on us! They're on us!
Stay on vector.
I burned hard across its path and fired everything the jackal would give me. Its glow fractured, its hull split. The blast threw violet light across the shuttle's wounded skin.
Beta 1-2, still climbing. Barely.
ISIS, tractor lock.
Acquiring. Lock confirmed.
ISIS caught the shuttle in her tractor field as it clawed its way upward, dragging it out of the kill zone by meters. More followed. Some rose clean. Most did not. Shuttles lifted, overloaded with wounded. Civilian hulls buckled under damage they were never built to survive.
All evacuation craft, keep your noses up and your channels clear. Follow ISIS beacon. Do not scatter.
Commander Cassius, can you really get us through?
I did not know.
Yes, keep moving.
Below us, Toledo cracked and burned. Nomad beams turned ice plains into plumes of shimmering dust, and every ascent felt stolen from a world already being consumed. For one brief stretch, the evacuation was working. The first wave reached orbit barely intact. ISIS caught them, sorted them, and pushed them into the corridor with the last precision her damaged systems could still manage. At F2, Thebes answered. Her launch decks flared white. Fighters from her bays swept across the approach vector, cutting Nomad warforms away from the transports before they could close. One by one, evac ships reached the mouth of the Omicron jump hole. Then they vanished into light.
They made it! First wave clear. Multiple evac signatures confirmed through the jump hole.
Good. Then we keep the door open.
For the first time since the order had been given, the evacuation was not theory. It was not command optimism or tactical abstraction. It was people leaving Toledo alive. For perhaps 3 seconds, I let myself believe the corridor might hold. At F2, Thebes took her place beside the jump hole, limping, incomplete, and still fighting. Her launch decks continued to throw out fighters, even as Nomad fire tore armor plates from her unfinished hull.
Thebes fully anchored at F2, corridor holding.
Good. But not for long. Transports veered off course under pressure. A medical transport detonated halfway up the route, scattering burning debris through the path of the ships behind it.
Corridor's collapsing! We need more cover! Hold formation!
I tore through a fresh swarm, threatening 2 limping evac shuttles, and drove the survivors back with missile fire.
Every meter counts.
But even with Thebes anchoring the exit and ISIS guarding the ascent, the corridor strained under the weight of collective desperation. And then it began to crumble.
Segment end. There it is. Frightened ships climbing through fire, while commanders pretend the word corridor makes it less desperate. Oh, and Cassius.
Yes, keep
You
moving.
lied. Yes, keep moving. Bravo. You gave them direction. The only thing useful to a frightened mind. And row 2. Do not celebrate too loudly. Some voices in this archive have very little time left to be amusing. So tell me, visitor, when your own great plan collapses, do you protect the mission, or do you protect whoever can still make it out with you? Leave your answer in the archive. Signal approval if this file held your attention. Remain connected if you want to see how long a door can stay open while an entire world burns behind it. Session terminated.
Omicron minor sepulchrum.